Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopefully elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Wakar Kurash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are well, who teach well, and the sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopefully elect. Shalom to the Akwaf who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning on Messiah, coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification. Lord's willing to be edifying. And this is your life depend on it. Your faith. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. So the elect is set up to restore the elect of Israel. That's the whole point of the Lord setting up his servants, his messengers in the last days, to restore the elect of Israel. Verse 2, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach. So it say, bear ye one another's burdens, so fulfill the law of Hamashiach. So that's that Hebrews 3 and 13, right? Exhort one another while it's called today. Because it's going to come a time and you ain't going to be able to do that. So you're supposed to do that now. But this is about each individual doing their works, building up your faith. So when the Lord puts you through different things, it's for to build you up for the time to come, which is Jacob's trouble. It say, bear ye one another's burdens, so fulfill the law of Hamashiach. For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. That's why you are being built up day to day, man. That's why you're supposed to stay grinded day to day. Keep your hand on the plow, diligently studying, right? Study to show thyself approved, right? Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because no other man can save you. You gotta put your own work in, man. Right? You gotta get your own hands dirty. Your life depends on this, man. If it's just you or you have a family, hey, they depend on you, man. Being hopefully elect, one of the hopefully elects. Okay? To get salvation, man. Your life depends on staying steadfast in the truth, man. Keeping your hand on the plow. Your life depends on it. Again, Galatians 6 and 4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Why? Because at the end, if you get your crown, you did it, man. You endure it to the end, right? You endure. Verse 5, every man shall bear his own burden, man. Okay? And that's what this is about, man. This is a fight between you and the Lord alone, man. Between you and tribulations alone, man. You gotta bear your own burden, man. You gotta stand up in the pain. Verse 6, let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Hey, so that's the communication, man, between the brotherhood. So the point of this lesson is about, hey, your life depends on it, man. On what? Your faith, your steadfastness, man. You standing firm for the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. Okay? Because like I always say, Yahweh is not going to put anybody with his sons in the kingdom, man. Okay? He's looking for those predestined, those elect men. This is Lamentation chapter 3. As a matter of fact, let me get this one first. Isaiah 63 and 17. It reads, O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and hardened our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thy inheritance. Why did the Lord do that? Because we always go into to rule in righteousness, to live righteously, you have to understand what wickedness is about, man. Okay? To be a righteous judge, a righteous ruler, you have to understand what wickedness is all about, man. Okay? So again, Isaiah 63 and 17, O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and harden our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thy inheritance, which he will, man. But the point Yahweh made Adam to go off is because you have to understand you have to know how to righteously deal with righteousness and wickedness, man. This is Deuteronomy 24 and 16. It reads, the father should not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. So this is about you and your sin, man. Okay? This is about you standing steadfast in the faith, man, enduring to the end. Okay? The Lord looking for soldiers, man. And how you be a soldier is to be alone, man. To be built up alone. This is Ezekiel 18 and 20. And it reads, now I just said, the father will not be put to death for the children will not be put to death for the father. But each person will be put to death for his own sin, man. Okay? Ezekiel 18 and 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. So your faith, man, your diligence determines whether the Heavenly Father Yahweh will give you mercy, man. Okay? When he sent his son Yahweh shot back, it's you that got to endure. It's you. It ain't nobody else. Can't nobody save you. You got to save yourself, man. Okay? Well, you got to prepare yourself to be saved. But you understand what I'm saying? You got to build your own self up, man. Nobody else can do it. You got the brotherhood, right, to help you build up, to get strong. And that's what the brotherhood is about, man. But you have to be steadfast in the truth. This is Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 25. It reads, the Lord Yahweh is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. And that's what it's about, man. Seek the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Verse 26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord, man. Okay? You're supposed to hope and wait quietly, man. Now, we get angry, we get upset because we here in Babylon the Great, and we are subject to payments, right? And we catching pure hell every day, man. But why is that, man? Because you sinned against the Lord. It's your doings, man, right? It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. Okay? He sitteth alone and keepeth silence because he have borne it upon him. Born what? You went off, man. Shalom, Yahaba Shema Shah Bashim Kakadash Brakathum. Shalom, sister. Yahaba Shema Shah Bashim Kakadash Brakathum. Shalom. So again, Lamentation 3 and 25, the Lord Yahweh is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. You got to bear your own yoke, man. You got to be built up. You got to be rooted and built up. He sitteth alone and keepeth silent because he have borne it upon him. What? Your sin, man. This is Micah 7 and 9. It reads, I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. But what did Michael say? I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. So we did our own sin, man. Okay? So knowing that we sin against the Lord, man, you gotta wait patiently, man, and bear your yoke, man. This is Matthew. Let me see. Yeah, let's get Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28. It reads, Come upon me. This is the words of Yahushua. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The Lord is putting us through things now, man. What you got to understand is Isaiah 48 and 10. The Lord is putting you through trials and tribulations now. So when the time of Jacob trouble come, Lord's willing, you ain't gonna have no problem going through that, man. This Isaiah 48 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how shall my name be polluted, and I will not give my glory unto another? Hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called. I am he. I am the first. I also am the last. So the Lord is building up. He builds you up, man. When you come into the truth, this is Ecclesiastes 2 and 1. It reads, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Constantly, man. Because he's going to keep trying you over and over and over, man. And make not haste in the time of trouble. So you can't be ready to call it quits, man. Okay? You can't be ready to call it quits, man. You gotta endure, man. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make no haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. What last end, man? When all hell break loose, Jacob's trouble, martial law and concentration camps. All these things is coming, man. Mandatory for the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. These things is coming, man. And if you are not built up now, you ain't gonna make it in the end, man. Ecclesiastes 2 and 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought unto thee, upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Now, going back, this is important, man, because these things is coming, man. Jacob trouble is coming. Okay? What did the Lord say, Habakkuk 1 and 5? Matter of fact, let me read it. This is Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 5. Behold, ye among the heathen, talking to you Israelites, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told to you. The elect understand this? Yeah, come, sister. We all a little afraid. I'm a little afraid, but I pray for strength. Come, we all live, sister. We all live. That's why when you understand how the Lord works, He building us up now for that. Let me read this again. This is Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 25. That's why the Spirit jumped on me to do this lesson, because all I think about is Jacob trouble. This is Lamentation 3 and 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. So if you seeking him right now, sister, we ain't gonna have no problem, right? It said the Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good, listen to this. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he bear or she bear the yoke in his youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silent, because he have borne it upon him. Born what? This will get me over the hump right here. Micah 7:9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him. Okay? We sin. So we got to bear that. And the Lord said, hey, you got to patiently hope and be quietly waiting on your salvation. We got to do that quietly and hope. Though we want to complain, for what? We sin against the Lord, right? This is Job. Let me see, Job 34:29. It reads, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, to my Yahweh, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. We got to bear the nation of the Lord. We got to bear it. This is the indignation of the Lord that we have to bear. Back in Galatians 6, in Galatians 6:5, it reads, for every man shall bear his own burden. Okay? For let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. So that's why we got the elders, we got the apostles and elders, okay? And we got the Akim, man. We got the Akim. You sister got the Akwaf and the Akim to go back and forth, man. You got questions, ask questions. You need to be built up in the faith. Hey, that's what the comment board's for. Because we all got to be rooted. We all got to be rooted, because Jacob trouble coming. And we all think about these things. This is Colossians 2 and Colossians 2:7. It reads, verse 6, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushua the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. So if you rooted and built up in this truth, we're going to be good. We're going to be good, man. You got to understand the Lord is going to constantly test you, man. That's why I read Isaiah 48:10. He's going to put you through the furnace of affliction over and over. Hey, how they do gold, hey, whatever they make it to, you get refined back down to get all the impurities out of it, right? And they refine it and they mold it back to something. And hey, they'll melt it back down again, man. This is what the Lord doing, man. He's going to keep over and over. This is what he's going to keep doing. This is Philippians chapter 1. Philippians chapter 1, verse 20. It reads, according to my earnest expectation and my hope, that in nothing I shall be ashamed. Won't have no reason to be ashamed, man. Because you stay diligent seeking the Lord, you're going to be good. It reads, but that with all boldness, as always, so now also Hamashiach shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. And I think about this a lot. I be like, hey, if it's possible, hey, you take me out now, man, right? However, take me out now. I'd rather, I be thinking about that sometime, but this what Paul say. Verse 21, Philippians 1:21. For me to live is Hamashiach, and to die is gain. If you die in the faith, if you die diligently and you happen to die in the truth, hey, that's gain too. But guess what? Paul say, for to me to live is Hamashiach, and to die is gain. But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what shall I choose? I wot not. Verse 23. For I am in a strait betwixt the two. Hey, because sometimes you feel like you want to the Lord to just take you out, man. You just go back to the spirit world and you just wait. But then it's more needful for you to be here, man. Okay, to do the work, do your labor, and stay steadfast, showing the Lord that, hey, you trying your best, and in this valley of dry bone, in this wickedness, This valley of the shadow of death, you trying your best to stay diligent. So Paul say, I am in the strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart. Hey, we always, hey, I think about it all the time. The Lord just taking me out of here, man. Not even going through Jacob trouble. But what do you say? The righteous shall see the fall of the wicked, man. You want to see that. It say, I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach, which is far better. It's far better to go back to the spiritual realm. But this is what Paul say, verse 24, nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. It's more needful to be here, man. It's more needful to be here, to do the work. Hey, doing the work, man. You are what you doing. You're building up your treasures in heaven, man. Okay? But the Lord is building you up now, man. The Heavenly Father building you up now. That's why you're going to constantly go through things. You're going to constantly be tried every day. Some more than others. This is James chapter 1, verse 2. I'm gonna get that. Isaiah 33. This is James chapter 1, verse 2. It reads, Shalom, Yabashim Awashah, Bahashim Kakadash Brakatham. Shalom, brother. James chapter 1, verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask power that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of a sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he should receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So we got to stay diligent, and it's going to take a lot. But hey, when you're praying to the Lord, man, that's why the Lord say, do praying and fasting. Okay, you get built it up, rooted and built up. Now, because the sister said she get, me too. I get scared. We all do. So this for you right here. This is 2 Timothy 1 and 7. Because you got to remember this. For power have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Okay? Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of our power, Yahweh Shemah Shah. Okay? Who have saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was given us in the Mashiach Yahweh Shah before the world began. So this is the predestined. Okay? Shalom. Shalom. This is to the predestined, man. So if you stay steadfast in the faith and enduring, you have nothing to worry about. And the whole point of the Lord testing you, building you up, is this. Isaiah 33 and 6 from the brother GMS, Saints of the Most High. And wisdom, I'm going to read verse 5. And the Lord Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. It's talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. You are Zion. You are the monuments of the Lord, man. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So when all these things going on out here, Jake thinking gold and silver going to save them, Bitcoins, they going to be destroyed, man. But you're going to be good. This is going back to Matthew 11 and 28. It reads, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. What you got, sister, and what I heavy laden, man. Thinking about the time that's coming. But you know what? When you built up in the truth, it doesn't matter. You don't care about it because your faith makes you feel you're gonna be good. If you doing what the Lord wants you to do, you good. But come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Oh, I gotta read this. Thinking about it. Second Ezra 14 and 13. It reads this. It's another build up. Now therefore set thine house in order. What's your house? Your temple, man. Your body. Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Talking to the Akim. It say, reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble. Like what the sister just said. We all get scared. And now renounce corruption. And this is the point, sister. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Don't worry about it. Just stay doing what you're doing to the best of your ability and don't worry about it. You're going to be good. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Okay? Because when you're in this world, you worry about the cares of this world. You worry about living. You don't want to die. Listen, the Lord said, don't be scared to die, man. Okay? That's a part of life. But guess what? If you endure to the end, you good. And if you die, hey, and you die in the faith of Yahweh Shai, you good. Either way, man. It's a win-win for the elect Israel. It doesn't matter. Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off not a weak nature. Now we know all sisters, females is, feminine, which feminine go back to less faith. But when you understand how the Lord works, you know he didn't give you the spirit of fear, regardless, man or woman. Okay? The whole point is putting your trust in the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. You know you're gonna be good. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. What we think about the most? Getting salvation, getting out of here, right? How Jacob's trouble gonna be. When it says it's gonna be people gonna be as dung upon the earth, it's gonna be teeth of wild beasts out here. You think about them things, okay? Like Amos 5 and 18 say, fleeing from a lion and a bear met you. You get away from the bear and run into a house and lean your hand on the wall and a serpent bites you. Meaning there's no escape from the Lord. What it's saying. You think about these things. You think about martial law, concentration camps, and race riot. When you watch movies like Bushwick and The Road, okay, you see these different movies. The movie Domestics. I don't know if you people ever seen Aqua from Coming Board ever seen Domestics, but it's a good movie, man. They're showing you it's going down in Jacob trouble. Ain't no food, and they eating people, man. Okay, it's good. It's called The Domestics. It's a good movie. When you watch movies like that, man, What Happened to Monday? In that movie, What Happened to Monday, which is on Netflix, they showing you, man, it's martial law. They got the chip, okay? It's martial law. You can't go in and out the city without being scanned. When you think about it and see these movies, man, it puts you like you try to figure out what it's gonna be, but you don't know. But you hoping, man. It's just your hope. That's why when you read Hebrews 11, man. So back in 2nd Ezra 14 and 15, starting at 14, it say, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Okay? So these things is coming, man. But you can't sit and be caught up on what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. We don't care, man. Our faith is in the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. This is Hebrews 11 and 1. It reads, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Verse 6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to power must believe that he is, that's Yahweh's name, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you ain't want about it. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Krakadas Krakatham, shalom. Come even the female camps and the guillotine. Right. We ain't want about that, man. Because the Lord say this, man, which I had him in the play, but I'm gonna bring it out right now. This is St. John 16:33. And this is what you got to understand how the Lord worked. St. John 16:33. Listen to this. These things I have spoken unto you. How? Through the Comforter. Okay? Start with Apostle Elder's Great Millstone. Through the Comforter, man. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me, this Yahweh Shah speaking, that in me you might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. The Lord said, be of good cheer. In me you might have peace. We're going to have tribulation, right? When you go to Revelation 2 and 10, read this. Fear none of these, for none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Don't fear nothing, right? I read 2 Timothy 1 and 7. He didn't give us the spirit of fear, right? But a power and a sound mind. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Now we know Chinese and Japanese and Hamites and Elamites, they don't own no prison. Who own the prisons? We know who own the prison. The wicked. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which is just unnumbered days. But it said, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So if you gotta die, it is what it is, man. Right? Revelation 20 and 3. It reads this. Oh, Salakia. Revelation, let me see. I'm in the wrong chapter. Revelation 20 and I ain't been to it in a minute. Let's see. It's right, Revelation 20 and 4, Salakia. And I saw thrones, Revelation 20 and 4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh and for the word of power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads. Okay? Read again. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judges was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh and for the word of power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Now, when you go back to Revelation 3, it reads this, because thou, Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So stand grounded. I feel much better because no matter what happened, I will die. I may live in the kingdom. Come, sister, and you might not even die. Okay? Hey, the Lord would, hey, listen, you don't know what the Lord will do. It's just like the brother's always saying, you can get put up on the guillotine and right when they're finna drop it, man. Hey, it can break. You never know. You just never know. But that's what your faith do, man. Your faith, your hope. Listen, you think the Lord, long as you do what's right, why would he tell you to do what's right? Right? Come out of the world. Be separate. Be ye separate. You think the Lord gonna tell you to do all that to lead you down the wrong path? No, it ain't gonna happen. He wants you diligently to seek Him continually, and you're gonna be good no matter what. Okay, a lot of people a lot of righteous brothers. Hey, Lord willing, don't happen, but it's gonna be some brothers might get beheaded. You never know. The Lord could give everybody spiritual power at that very moment to save all the elect. You just never know. Listen, you got to understand this is in the red. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. What does that mean? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Is the Lord lying here? No. Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shah, Ba'ashem Kwakadash Rakatham. You think the Lord going to bring you through all that? Hey, it's possible. Because they tell you in was that Psalms 116. Right, let me read this. Hey, this is all a faith builder, man. Always. Psalm 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh is the death of his saints. So if it needs so be, then it is what it is. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. If it come to that, it come to that. But you can't think about it like that. Hey, all you know is you getting salvation, either or. Okay? This is from the brother. This is from the brother now account, the young brother. GMS Recall Moth. Revelation 6 and 10. I mean Hebrews 6 and 10. It said, for power is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, right? Which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. That's beautiful. Read that again. Hebrews 6 and 10. For power is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name. Hey, so sister, if you doing that, no worries. Hey, right, Kuna Matata, right? In that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. And that's what we're doing. Lord's willing, we endure. That's why every day, key is prayer, man. I was just reading, matter of fact, let me pull it out. This is Psalms 119. Psalms 119 and 10 and 1, Psalm 119 and 164. Listen to this, because this David. This is David diligently every day. Psalms 119 and 164. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments. Great peace have they which listen to this. Psalm 119 and 165. Let me read Psalm 164. 7 times a day do I pray. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments. Great peace, it's a great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. Okay? Nothing, man. So be of good cheer, sister. We all catching hell. But the Lord is putting us through these things now. So when Jacob trouble come, when martial law come, when famines and race riot happen, Psalm 91, you're gonna be covered under the shadow of the Almighty. So this is another precept the brother put up. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16. It reads, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet power, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Hey, beautiful. So if you die in the name of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shah, be of good cheer. Okay? You're definitely going to be in good cheer if you stand here and you see Yahweh Shah return. Hey, either or, man. Okay, read this again. 1 Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of power, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Okay? Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. These them comfort words, sister, from my brother, from the younger brother night camp. His channel is GMS Recall Moth. Go to his page. The young brother fire with them lessons. So this is let me read Philippians again. Philippians 1:20. Oh, you know what? Let me read this. This is let me see. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 25. Is it the one? No, that ain't the one. I'm looking for let me see. I'm looking okay, this is Philippians 4 and verse 3. And I entreat thee also, true yoke fellow, help those women which labored with me in the gospel, with Clement also, and with other my fellow laborers, whose name are in the book of life. Read this again. This is Philippians chapter 4, verse 3. It was another one I'm looking for, but I can't find it. And I entreat thee also, true yoke fellow, help those women which labored with me in the gospel. Okay? Hey, elect men and women have to get salvation. Okay? And we got diligent sisters that's humbly staying patient and seeking the truth. And they are humbly doing it. Ain't no women gonna come to the truth and they gonna be loud and being bugged out and wicked. This is so the Lord is building us up now. For when the times come, we're gonna be good. You know, we catching hell, we're constantly enduring. This is our Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So we going through it, but we stand diligently grounded, man, to the end, Lord willing. This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You can't get no gift to the hopeful elect to try to make them turn out to be like all these other bug outs and this bug out nigga Kanye West, man. That nigga is destroying 2/3. But they set up, man. All these false prophets and pastors set up to destroy 2/3 of Israel. Okay, so that's their portion. We don't care about them. We're doing this for the fellow yokemen. Okay, the Akim and the Aqua. This is what this is about. Build up. This is let me get this. This is Acts 14:22. And this is another cut. Acts 14:22. And these people think you just gonna slide into the kingdom. It ain't gonna happen like that, man. You ain't just gonna slide into the kingdom, man. All these bug out Christian these wacky plantation Christianity devils talking about they saved. Saved from what? You ain't been through nothing. What you saved from? Tribulation ain't even happened yet. How are you saved if you ain't never been through nothing? Just Acts 14:22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of power, man. Through much tribulation, you must enter into the kingdom. You ain't finna just slide into the kingdom, man. Okay? It ain't gonna happen. As a matter of fact, let me read this. This is Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. Talking about the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be here on earth for you whack ass Christians. Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. That's how small the path is to the kingdom, man. It's very, very narrow, man. Okay? Read on. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So if you don't go through trials and tribulations to enter into the kingdom, how the hell are you supposed to get to the kingdom? The Lord made this set up to make it a straight gate, man, a difficult task, man. Okay? And only those that diligently stay on the grind is going to make it. In verse 10 of 2 Ezra 7:10, and I said, is it so, Lord? Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. This their portion. It's a fire on the right hand and a war on the left, man. And you can fall either or, man. If you don't stay diligently, man, you can fall on either side, right? Because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was then was decreed that now is done. There were the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils meaning dangers, and very painful. For the interests of the elder world were wide and sure. And that's what you got this in the world, man. Okay, that's that Broadway, man. It say, for the interests of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. What you talking about? What? The kingdom, man. If you don't go through the straight gate, you can't get the kingdom, man. If you don't go through trials and tribulations, this ain't for you. Like we always say, hey, if you can't get it, don't even worry about it, man. Well, you'll get seen in the kingdom. Don't worry about it. This is Matthew. And a part of going through these trials and tribulations, this is a part of that as well. Matthew 5 and 11. It reads, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manners of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So if you got to die in this thing, so be it, man. Okay, it is what it is. Come on, I gotta read that. This is Luke chapter 6. I'm gonna start at 22. It reads, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. I don't care. I've been alone for a long time. None of my family deal with me. I don't care. You know, Lord willing, they can get salvation, Lord willing, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm working out my salvation. I done told them the truth, but they will not let Jesus Christos go. They won't let them go. I done told them. They still talking about Thanksgivings and Christmas, and they done told me straight up, it's a tradition. And I showed them the precepts about the Lord say you set aside the commandments of the Lord to keep your own traditions. I done show them in the scriptures. All they did was, wow, I ain't know that was in there. It's in there. You think they stopped and repented? No, they still doing it. So forget them. I don't care. I'm fighting this fight myself, man. Okay? I done told them many times over. Hey, so blessed are ye when men shall hate you and when they shall separate you from their company. I don't care. I'm going to stay separated. The Lord say, be ye unequally yoked together with unbelievers, man. And it start with your family and your so-called associates. It say, and shall reproach you and cast your name out as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Hey, the Lord say, you shall be hated for my name's sake. Don't nobody hate Jesus Christ. Everybody love that name. Everybody love Jesus Christos. So what is this talking about? Talking about the real true name of our Heavenly Father, man. Right? This is 1 John 3 and 23. It reads, and this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his Son, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and love one another as he gave us commandment. This is the commandment. But you think they're going to let Jesus Christos go? They will not let that name go, man. Come on, I got I got that precept coming up too. Come on, I got that on my list. This is Ecclesiastes 27 and verse 3. It reads, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall be soon overthrown. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Read it again. Ecclesiastes 27:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, and that's the key, man. Fearing the Heavenly Father, man. If you don't got no fear for the Lord, what you gonna do? You're gonna continue being in the world. You're gonna stay doing what you was doing before you came into the truth. Why? Because you don't believe. You have no hope. You have no fear, man. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall be soon overthrown. With what? Martial law. Your neighbor gonna come and get your stuff, okay? At gunpoint. And if they gonna come take your wife, and if you got daughters, they gonna get raped, okay? It's gonna be hell out here, man. For real. It say, as when one sifteth with a sieve, the refuse remaineth, so the filth of man in his talk, man. And that's why, that's why Paul said, be unequally yoked together unbelievers, man. Okay? Why? Because they still in the world. I don't got time talking with another man, another whoever talking about what LeBron James doing, man, the Lakers, and what's going on in the world, man. It's too much, it's so much news going on about uproars of the people, and this damn near going on in every country, man. But Jake still want about what's coming on, what's going on social media, on Facebook, Instagram. They ain't one about what's going on, man. We don't got time for that. This is Philippians 2 and 12, and it reads, no, it don't say, brother. This is Ephraim Warrior. Do the Bible say how long Jacob's trouble? Do the Bible say how long Jacob's trouble will last? No, it don't. No, it don't. Hey, Shalom, two witnesses. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Awashah, Bashem Kakalash Brakatham. Shalom. No, it don't say, brother. Hey, no, it don't say. And that's what me and the brothers in the camp, we be talking about that a lot, man. Like, hey, you're gonna see bodies dropping. Hey, and for bodies to be out as dung on the earth, man, it's gonna be a period of time, man. Listen, we talk about this all the time at the camp. For people to starve with no food, that's gonna be a little period of time. Don't know how long, but it's gonna be for which is gonna take Jake long to go starving, man. 1 week, 2 weeks, Jake gonna be out here like chicken with their head cut off, killing each other, man, for food, man. But for bodies to be as dung on the ground, that means that's bodies everywhere, man. Okay, that means it's gonna be however it's gonna play out. But for bodies to be as dung on the ground, man, it's gonna be bad. For people to literally starve out, man, they're gonna starve. And they're going to be eating their own arms, like it tell you in Isaiah the 9th chapter, man. That's going to be a period of time, man. Okay? But no one knows. Con, GMS Saints of the Most High. That's the spirit up. Got a lesson plan on few shall be saved. Con. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only. Hey, because when your teacher teach you, right? Of course, if he in front of you, you're gonna stay diligent. But the trial is when your teacher not around, man. That's why Yahushua told the disciples, the apostles, hey, if I don't go, the spirit, the comforter will not come. Okay? Because if the teacher around you 24/7, you ain't gonna learn nothing, man. Because you're gonna constantly say, teacher, what this mean? Teacher, what that mean? You ain't gonna never learn. So Paul say, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, for it is power which worketh in you both to will and do of his good pleasures. Okay? So listen, that's the thing. That's why we have apostles and elders. That's how we have other elders. That's why we have other brothers that's coming up in years that's been doing this all the way down to a younger brother that only been 6 months to a year. Listen, this is the brotherhood, and we gotta bond because hey, that's what matter of fact. Let me read this Hebrews, which is one of my favorite scriptures. Hebrews 3 and 13. It reads this: but exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. So it's gonna come a time when Jacob trouble hit, man. Everybody it ain't gonna be no group of Akim together, man. Every brother gonna be separate. I mean, I don't know, but it's possible. Brothers gonna be separate on their own, man. But the Lord gonna have you moving, right? Well, if you endure, to Jacob trouble, then obviously you made it to that point. The Lord gonna have the spirit on you. You're gonna have your angels with you, right? The Lord, we got an angel around you that encamp around you. That's Psalm 34 and 7. So if you make it to that point, then you're gonna be on the move. So, and you most likely you're gonna be by yourself, whether it be you and your family, however it is, but most likely you're gonna be by yourself when Jacob trouble break out. Okay, so Lord willing, um, this is well, I read it. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, and it reads, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable. Gotta be unmovable, man. That's why I read Colossians 2. It said rooted and built up, man. When you rooted, you will not be moved, man. Shalom, creatures of hope. Shalom, Mark. Yahweh Shema Washah, Bahashim Kwakadash Bakatham. Shalom. 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord, man. Your work is not in vain, man. Okay? Be unmovable. That's why Colossians say this, man. Let's read it again. Colossians 2 and 7. Rooted, read 6. As ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahweh Shah the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Read verse 8. Because this will make people this is what make people movable, man. Because these damn doctrines out here, man. Verse 8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceits, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. When they say after the rudiments of the world, rudiments meaning you learning the same thing that these wacky pastors learning from these plantations, man, which is these theological seminaries. The same way TD Snakes and Creflo Dollar learned and got their license from these theological seminaries from the wicked. That's the same rudiments of the world, man, and not after Hamashiach. Hey, Romans 12 say this. You can't be following the ways of the world, man, Because if you do, hey, you might well go get your license from these seminaries, man, and do the same rudiments of the world. This is Romans 12 and 1. I beseech you, no, verse 12 and 2. Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of power. So when you be transformed to the truth, you know how, you understand how to, now you see how the Lord work, man. Okay? And that supposed to make you feel the Lord, man. Cause when you when you're growing up in these wacky, tacky churches, right? What you was taught was Satan was kicked out of heaven, Satan do all the killing, right? Anything bad happen, that's Satan. No, man. The Lord doing this. You a person catch a car accident, little kid catch a stray bullet in the house. Like this woman was in her house, forgot where she was at. She caught that stray bullet, man. Right? Hey, you can go out and go shop in Walmart or Publix or wherever you shop at, Whole Foods, and somebody can come in there and shoot up 20 people, and you can be one of them, man. Okay? They just said they're shooting at this other Walmart. I forgot where it was at. I just seen on the news this morning and killed a few people, man. You think the people went to Walmart thinking they were gonna get killed? You don't know, man. Go have a car accident and fly clean out the window with your seatbelt on. The Lord is cold, man. That's to fear the Lord, man. And if you don't fear the Heavenly Father, you might well kill yourself. Because guess what? You're gonna die a grievous death. He could have dogs to tear your flesh apart, man. Okay? It's plenty of ways the Lord can kill you, man. Plenty of ways. That when you understand, when you come to the truth and you understand how, all right, Oklahoma, right? The water, right? These you think these people went into that Walmart in Oklahoma thinking they was finna, whatever they going to shop, they going there and go shopping and they was finna go home. Guess what? Hey, they back in the spiritual realm right now, crying to the Lord. Okay, this ain't a game, man. You understand when you come into the truth, the Lord does all the killing, man. And every one of us is controlled like a robot, man. Your thoughts, your ways, everything about you, the Lord control it, man. Billions of peoples on the earth, the Lord controls everything. You think you got that job, you got that promotion? No, the Lord doing it. Okay, and you people out there thinking, hey, the Lord let Satan give gifts too. Okay, so I've been heard this all my life growing up. Jesus blessed me with this house and this job and this car. Listen, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Satan did it, man. Okay, the Lord let Satan do that to deceive you. This is Luke 22, and I gotta read these precepts together. This is Luke. Matter of fact, yeah. This is let me read this one first. First Peter's 4 and 12. It reads, Beloved, think it not strange concerning fiery trials, which is to try you. And that's the lesson about, man. The Lord putting you through trials and tribulations now. So when Jacob trouble come, you ain't gonna what about it. You just gonna be hey, you're gonna be stepping over dead bodies, keeping it moving, man. Okay? If you make it to that, then that means the Lord with you, man. That's why he put you through trials and tribulations right now, man. So when Jacob trouble hit, when martial law and all them things happen, you're gonna look at that shit and laugh, man. Okay? The Lord say when he shall laugh when he held them in derision, man. Who? 2/3. These heathens, man. He gonna laugh at them. And you know the Most High got a sense of humor. Did he make us in his image? We're gonna be doing the same thing, man. Okay? He said we shall wash our feet in the blood of the wicked. The righteous shall wash their feet in the blood of the wicked. You shall take their babies and bash their heads against the stone. You think you ain't gonna be laughing when these things going on, man? The Lord got a sense of humor. He made us in his image. We're gonna be laughing as well, man. The elect here, the hopefully elect. First Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trials, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Listen, you think this strange because you catching hell, because you in the truth, you feel like, okay, I'm in the truth, I'm doing what the Lord want me to do, and I'm still catching hell. The Lord, who you think doing it? He's trying you. He's going to constantly try you. So don't think it's strange. If something out the blue happened and you figuring, why did this happen? It's the Lord. He's trying you. See what you're gonna do. Is you gonna quit? Is you gonna go back into the world? Is you gonna denounce the Lord like Satan tried to get Job to do? Which the Lord sent Satan to do that. Did Job buckle back? No, he didn't buck up, man. Okay. Hey, he probably prayed even harder, man. Job was continually in sorrow, man, and continually praying. He even said, curse the day he was born. That's why we don't supposed to celebrate birthdays, man. Clearly tell you, let the day not come to the month and the month not be joined to the year. Okay? Joel said, curse the day I was born, man. But Jake out here celebrating birthdays, and it's wicked. It said, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing happened unto you. It ain't strange, man. It's from the Lord. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings. Then he said, they persecuted me, they will persecute you. Listen, man, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye. How cold is that, man? The Lord say, hey, if they reproach you for my name's sake, be happy. Hey, because you partaking in my tribulations, man. It said, for the spirit of power, for the spirit of glory and of power resteth upon you on their part, who? 2/3 and the heathens. It said on their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. Now this is the kick. First, read this again. 1 Peter 4:13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, right? His sufferings. Listen to this. This is Luke 22 and 28. And it reads, ye are they which continue with me in my temptations and Yahweh sufferings, man. If you're going through it, listen, don't cry about it, man. Just deal with it. It say, and I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father have appointed to me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Listen, man, the temptations of the Lord is nothing, man. Because he says this, it's nothing. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is coming to man. What did it say in Hebrews 12? Didn't he say he took not on him the nature of the angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham, that he may be, it behooved him to be made like his brethren, man. Okay? So you can do what? Go through the temptations and be able to endure it, man. 1 Corinthians 10:13. They have no temptation taken you, but such as is coming to man. What man? Yahweh. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. Hey, when you think you only can tote 30 bricks, the Lord gonna put 2, 3 more on you because he know what you can tote. You don't. It reads, read again. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is coming to man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it, man. If the Lord put you through trials and tribulations, he's putting you through it because he know you can handle it, and it's refining you, man. He's going to constantly try you and try you and try you. So when Jacob trouble hit and you one of those elect men, you're going to be refined. You know, in that day, you was one of the refined ones, man. Okay? Why? Because you stay steadfast in the faith, man. Unmovable, rooted and built up. Come on, now I get that. This is Acts chapter 5 and 41. It reads, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. Hey, that's cool. That's co-op. Fire precept. Hey, matter of fact, 40. Acts 5 and 40. And to him that agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua, and let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. And daily in the temple and in every house they ceased not to teach and preach Yahushua Mashiach, man. That's the whole duty, man. That's the whole duty. Stay diligent, man. Stay rooted, grinded, man. Okay, and built up in his faith, man. Because the Lord say, you will have tribulation in the world. Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, man. Now, going back to this, I'm going to close. Matthew 11:28. Hey, that was a fire precept. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now, understanding that, this is James chapter 1, and we go to verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. That to them that love him. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. And it reads, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Isaiah 45 and verse 3. And it reads, and I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord Yahweh, which called thee by thy name, am the power of Israel. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Okay, hey, the elect waking up now. They know they Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. Okay, because He have been made manifest. What Yahweh Shai said. Hey, so be of good cheer, man. Because if you understand this truth, 2/3 don't understand, man. They don't understand. John 17 and 6. I have manifest thy name unto the men which thou hast gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Only the elect gonna know this. So why should you tremble and fear men? The Lord said He didn't give us the spirit of fear, man, but a power and a sound mind. So be of good fear, and be of good cheer. Things are gonna happen, and the reason they are happening now, so you can be prepared when Jacob trouble comes. That's the whole point. That's why the Lord doing it. Oh, let me see something. I'm gonna close. This is Sirach chapter 50. Right, because I just read in I read Matthew 11:28 to 30, when Yahweh shall say his yoke is easy and his burden is light, right? This Sirach 50, 51 and 25. I opened my mouth and said, buy her for yourselves without money. What? This wisdom, knowledge, understanding, right? Because wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, right? What time? Jacob trouble. Verse 26. Put your neck under the yoke, which Yahweh I just said the same thing, man. Right? My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Sirach 51 and 26. Put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard. It says she is hard at hand to find. Behold, with your eyes, not everybody, only elect. Behold, with your eyes, how that I have had but little labor and have gotten unto me much rest. Get learning with a great sum of money and get much gold by her. Let your soul rejoice in his mercy, who? Yahweh, and be not ashamed of his praise. Work your work. Listen to this. Sirach 51 and 30. Work your work, be times. And in his time, he will give you your reward, man. Hey, that is beautiful, man. Hey, so with that, hey, man, listen. We're going to go through much tribulation, man. Be of good cheer. Yahweh Shah said he overcame that, man. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, man. Here comes, sis, the water for feeding us, teacher, and your second. Shalom. Shalom, sister. Hey, all praise to the Heavenly Father. May bless you and your household, sister. And everybody on the comment board, man. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Bashem Kakadash Brakathum. To everybody on the comment board, man. May the Heavenly Father keep all of us, man, in the sound and diligent, in mind and peace. Hey, and always remember this too. When they tell you in Luke, hey, what it say? Matter of fact, let me close with this. This is Luke. No, actually, it's Matthew's. Salakia. This is Matthew chapter 10. Always remember this. This is Matthew 10 and verse 12. Always remember this, and I always tell people this when you go in and out. When you go in and out, it don't matter where you go at, in and out. In the house you enter, in the door frame you go through, it don't matter where it's at. Always say this. Matthew 10 and 12. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. So if you go to family member houses, no matter where you go at, hey, when you go through the house, Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, let peace be to this house. If ain't no peace in that house, it's going to return to you, and the Lord going to make you get the hell up out of there. So Lord willing, hey, always, anytime you coming from work, going or whatever, let peace be to your house. In the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, remember that. So with that, give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Korash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim and the Agwaf on the comment board, to all the Akim pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world. We're going to hopefully elect. And shalom to the Agwaf who are listening and learning. Hey, till next time, Lord willing, shalom.